like trying to interrupt, but the NFL is not going to resume the Bengals Bills game. I was trying, like I said, we're going to transition to that next anyway. I'm sure everybody saw the Bills player went into cardiac arrest on the field on Monday night, and they canceled the game. Me and Tom on social media had a difference in opinions. Personally, like I said, social media, it was unpopular opinion. I thought they should have finished the game that night. Just because, like I said, because of this scenario, I just think at no point can you finish it. Like, if you leave that day and leave the field, that game wasn't getting finished, and it just. So I don't, like I said, all of the news says is that the game will not be resumed and has been canceled. I don't know if that means who was winning at the time. The Bengals.
The Bengals were winning 7-3.
But yeah.
As part of that report, they're also considering adding another playoff spot, like an 8th team to the playoffs, to give an extra bye to that number 2. That way the standings really aren't affected. My whole thing is this, and this is what I think people are more upset because I've read some of the comments on like Bleacher Report and stuff like that. More people are upset about the fact that their fantasy implications, the fantasy championships and their bets and shit like that, where they were pissed off that they weren't going to get any answers from that, as opposed to DeMar's health and his life. You know what I'm saying? And I, like you said, you and I disagreed on social media, and it is what it is. Where you thought they should have continued. I said there's absolutely no way that they would have, because when something like that happens, and we talked about injuries too. It's, for me, I think it was a little bit different for those guys on the field. Like if he had just gotten hurt, if he had broken his neck, I think it's a different story. But the fact
I don't
that
see how it's a different story than breaking your neck. Like,
watch the dude die.
Yeah, but you could die like
field,
yeah, but like it's just because.
Resuscitated.
But there's people who've had been resuscitated like in the ambulance on the way. Again, it was horrific. I'm not saying that it wasn't bad. Like I said, I'm not trying to disrespect the moment or saying I don't think he was that hurt. I think it was serious. I'm not saying I don't think these guys were affected. What I'm saying is like it came to a point where like I just don't think the game gets played now.
And that's okay.
I don't know.
That's okay. Because
okay is fine. I don't. Again, I don't. Okay, it's okay. I don't think that was the correct decision. I'll say okay. I'm okay with it. And like I said, I will be honest. In the grand scheme of things, I don't care at all. But like I said, if I was the one making the decisions, I would not have stopped the game. I would have told them take a fucking hour break. We'll get them to the hospital, see what happens, and then we'll go from there.
Even if the commissioner would have said that, I can promise you that game still wouldn't have happened. Yes,
because people are because they want to pretend like that. Like I said, going to protest and yada yada. I don't care. Like I said, the game should have been played. If you like, that's just life. That's not like football is a microcosm of life. Like if anything happened, like that was like a huge that's just what it is. A fucking Amazon worker drops dead in the warehouse and I'm fucking shutting the place down. Like,
I think it's apples and oranges when you're.
Yes, because you can't compare anything, but like that again, where it's like the game is so special. Like people have almost died on several occasions on many football fields, not just NFL fields.
Yes,
almost died.
Almost.
He almost died.
He did die. He was clinically dead and had.
If they bring you back, you almost died.
Pulse. No, when you have no pulse, you are clinically dead.
Okay.
He was like I said, dead.
Either way, they brought him back and he was alive, and he's alive right now. And I'm gonna say, in my fucking defense, what was the first thing he asked when he fucking woke up?
What
the first thing he asked when he woke up was, "Who won?
Did we win the game?"
Yeah, exactly. Like that's not again. It's unprecedented. It was a horrible thing, and I don't know in the moment. And you know what? We were arguing. I think a funny story that involved you came to my head. I remember when we were kids, you almost killing a kid on the field, and we finished that game. And they took him out on a stretcher and like in a neck brace, and like you know what I mean. His parents probably thought he was dead. Like
and
what I'm saying,
he didn't die on the field.
What I'm saying, it was horrific. And like I'm saying, like I'm sure all of his teammates and we were all traumatized. We were all little kids, and we all went back on the fucking field to finish the game.
I felt
like
bad.
I said,
I
I'm
felt
sure
bad.
you did. I'm not saying you should. Whoever did it should have felt bad. And you could feel sad. Josh Allen can fucking cry. I don't care. But like fucking Brett Favre's dad died and he played in the fucking game that night.
Yeah, but when some like a family member, that's just one
It's
person being
work.
affected.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
one
maybe.
person being affected. You have a whole team of. It wasn't
Then
even
again, I felt
53.
like they should have voted then fine. If all the players didn't want to play, then fine. Or let,
Well,
like I said,
that
whoever wanted to
that I
leave.
can understand. That I can.
Yeah,
If
again,
they would
yeah,
have taken a vote,
yeah.
you know what
And
I'm saying?
all
Like
the
who
players
wants to
said that
play,
they
who
were too
doesn't want to play.
traumatized to play. But like I said, even the guy who fucking died on the field, the first thing he thought about when he got brought back to fucking life was like, who won that game? And it's like I said, it was a horrible thing that happened. But like I said, that's what we've always done. That's what it is. You finish the game, like, and that's why I just thought it was unprecedented. And maybe moving forward now it's precedented. That's what we do when someone almost dies on the field. But on many occasions, people have been fucked up, paralyzed, and like, and for the most part, being paralyzed, fucking for an athlete, that is death. They probably want all the guys that got paralyzed on the field probably secretly want to die. You know what I mean? No offense to all of them. I know I probably would, but
I,
fucking,
yeah, I can see that point.
but
Um,
it
realistically,
just
I
it was
mean,
horrific. They brought him back. You know what I mean? He was breathing. Like I said, I would have stopped for it if it was me. I would have stopped for an hour. I would have let the head coach go to the hospital. You know what I mean? A couple players, like enough guys could leave for us to at least feel the team, and then fucking we finish the game. Like, you know what I mean? And fucking all after the game, go, you know what I mean, say a prayer, and we all go to rush to the fucking hospital afterwards. Like I said, they all sat there for 2 hours answering questions and then going to 2 hours later anyway.
well, I can promise you that this portion, when you cut it, will be the most commented on piece of any of our little short clips that we have uploaded on our channel because it's a very big thing. And you and I spoke a little bit on social media as well about the Skip Bayless tweet. You know, and I don't know, I don't understand personally why he's getting so much backlash.
I read it like 100 times. I still don't understand. Like I said, I think they're implying that it's just insensitive at all to bring up the outcome of the game. But like that's literally his fucking job.
Well, it's not just that; it's like
And that's what everybody was thinking anyway.
exactly. He said what we were all thinking,
And it's
but none
bullshit.
of
Like I
us.
said, people love to feel like they have this fucking moral high ground. Like, oh, I was sad about something bad that happened. Like these people I see commenting, it's like, you don't even know who that fucking guy is.
No.
You could not pick him out of fucking lineup. None of that shit. Like, it's fine to feel sad and think a bad thing happened in a football game. But to go and grandstand and pretend like you actually give a fuck and shame some guy who in reality probably gives a fuck way more than you do.
Well,
Like he
you
might
see
say
it with
insensitive.
his
Yeah.
you see it with Damar Hamlin's GoFundMe. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like before he had like $2,000, you know what I'm saying, in for that fundraiser for his charity, and now since the injury, in his near death experience, he's got over 6 million on
Because
that
people get to
GoFundMe.
take a scrot and post it on Twitter and say, look at
Yes,
me. I
he,
donated.
they do it,
It's
a lot
like
of them do it for clout.
and like
Not all of them, not all of them.
and this
Maybe
is
some
what I
people
meant.
didn't know about it, but
Yeah. Not again, or some people were just trying to be good again, but it's like you don't pretend like you care that much. And like this is what I meant, and I think Skip was following along the lines about finishing the game. Like that's just what we did. Like that's America. People die, we do our fucking jobs. Like people die, buildings still got to get built. Like it's a sad thing and things like that. Like I don't, and like I said, and I kind of felt bad for the people who were there. They just canceled the game now. Like were they refunding all those people? That can't be good either. Like that's
oh, I'm
probably
sure
going
they
to
would
cause.
be.
I know, but what I'm saying is like that's going to cause a problem as well. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but I don't think in the grand scheme of things that the Cincinnati Bengals organization really gives a fuck about, refunding people their money in
I
terms of the
guarantee
bigger
you, they
picture.
give a fuck about that money way more than that fucking